Here's what I'm telling y'all, ladies and gentlemen, that the Democrats ain't nothing but puppets, man. She can't even answer the question on why she voted not to keep the government open. And this is a house nigga in the house. Like I told y'all, ask Gazam, ask John Kane why they didn't vote to keep the government open, Chester. Here's a Democrat puppet. Can't even answer the question when was asked, why did you vote? Or why didn't you vote to keep the government open? She couldn't answer the question, ladies and gentlemen. Like the rest of them can't answer the question, ladies and gentlemen. Go to your local state senate office and ask those hypocrites why they didn't vote to keep the government open. Let's listen to this puppet right here. Can't even answer the question.
Democrats pass a standalone bill to fund SNAP benefits. Good morning. Well, let's be clear. Republicans run the House. They run the Senate. Is that a yes, then, that there should be a vote on the standalone legislation? I'm here. My Republican colleagues are on vacation. I don't play politics. I want a clean bill that focuses on the American people. They did have a clean CR vote on September 19th in the House. Did you vote for it? I disagree with your characterization and want to make sure that we're very clear about what Republicans have been doing. Any bill that they've put forth, they've always had some extra stuff to it. There's always been a poison pill to it. What were the poison pills of the clean CR or the continuing resolution? You say it's not clean. That was voted on in the House in mid-September. Here's what's important. I think what you're trying to do is shift the responsibility to Democrats.
She doesn't know. She doesn't know. She doesn't know. She doesn't know what the poison pills were in that clean CR. There aren't any, and she can't make an interesting or correct argument because she doesn't know what's in it, or because there aren't any, or both. It's beyond sad. It's disgusting. Republican Senator Ashley Moody in Focus coming up. First, let's begin with senior congressional correspondent Chad Pergram on Capitol Hill. Chad.
Harris, good morning. We're slamming into the first major inflection point of the shutdown. Travel delays coupled with the lack of SNAP benefits is a volatile political mixture. There's worry about holiday travel. The administration is blaming Democrats for the shutdown.
I know the day after Thanksgiving is the busiest travel day in America, and if our airports are shut down, it'll mean that highways are more congested, and they'll be the Grinches who stole Thanksgiving.
Democrats are raging that the Trump administration is not doling out SNAP benefits during the shutdown. That's always happened during previous shutdowns. House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries tore into the GOP for saying it could not provide SNAP benefits.
Republicans hold press conferences every day, and you know what they do? They lie to the American people, and they haven't spoken a word of truth to the American people other than what Mike Johnson admitted today, which is that they want to rip away SNAP benefits from 42 million Americans.
Secretary of Agriculture Brooke Rollins appeared with House Speaker Mike Johnson at the Capitol today. Rollins said she is barred from tapping an emergency fund for SNAP.
That's the contingency fund that we would use to send more money into the vulnerable communities that are harmed by a specific event like a hurricane. Even if it could flow, it doesn't even cover half of the month of November. So here we are again in 2 weeks having the exact same conversation.
Delta Airlines and United want the shutdown to end. Airline delays are increasing. Now, this morning, there are 50-minute delays related to staffing in Austin and 67 minutes in Nashville. Harris?
Democrats, the editorial board argues, quote, the right answer is to reopen the government with a clean funding bill, ideally for a full year, to get food stamps flowing and federal workers back in office, and then have a debate about ACA, that is Obamacare subsidies. Democrats openly acknowledge that they refuse to do this because it would mean giving up their leverage. If they persist, it could mean families start to go hungry. Senator Ashley Moody, Republican of Florida, member of Joint Economic, Judiciary, and Homeland Security Committees. Great to have you today. Break this down for me and tell me, are there any signs of something happening before the expiration of SNAP?
Well, I am so glad that you showed some of those clips and the responses of the Democrats. What's becoming abundantly clear is they cannot explain, even when being pleaded to by liberal-leaning organizations, unions, liberal media outlets, on and on and on. Please pass a clean funding bill. This is a bipartisan bill to open back up the government. They have nothing to say. It's because they have blindly followed Chuck Schumer in his quest to appease a radical base and save his hide. And they don't know why they're doing it. They're just blindly following him and neglecting to pay attention not only to the voters that put them there, but to their responsibilities to serve in a good faith way as a senator and operate the government. And the real challenge is, I believe their entire point of this thing was to shut down the government.
Yeah.
Because you now have people that have been elected into office who don't like America, that want it to look like an entirely different country than it was set up to be. They want government to tell you how to live your life. They want you to tell you how to run your markets. I mean, it's a really scary time when you have people elected to office and their goal is to shut down the United States of America. And that's where we are right now. No, and the challenge here is that you have senators that aren't stepping back and listening to the people that elected them to open this government back up. And that is a scary time. I mean, Congress is the American people. We are the place where the American people have their voices heard. And it appears we have senators right now that are ignoring the people that put them in office to represent them. I mean, there is a majority call to open back up this government. And it is a scary thing. And I think that's why you're hearing frustration from President Trump and so many other people where, like,
unions,
this is something we haven't had
CEOs.
to deal with in the past.
Yeah. All right, let's get.
Now, this video here, ladies and gentlemen, is a branch off the one we just watched on how the American people suffering, right? Going to pantries to put food on their tables. Veterans, disabled, people with all types of things going on, starving, going to food pantries throughout the world, cities. But meanwhile, back at the ranch, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to hurt y'all feelings. But while they keep funding the illegal migrants with SNAP benefits and they cut off the American people, we're going to get into that video too. Let's check this out here.
Talking about the real pain American families are facing as Democrats refuse to reopen the government, admittedly for political leverage. We know that from Catherine Clark. Right? She spoke on behalf, I guess, of all Democrats when she spoke as a lawmaker last week. The images are stark and very sad. People are already lining up for food assistance at pantries across America, and many of those facilities cannot keep up with the now empty shelves. I mean, just in days. And the people who defend our nation are hit hard too. Many military families live paycheck to paycheck, especially those who've just entered, those younger fighters that we have. And so their early salaries matter, and they qualify for them to make federal food assistance. So they're banking on this not expiring this weekend. This video from a YMCA in Killeen, Texas, operates a food bank for service members. It has been overwhelmed with service members bracing for missed paychecks soon if the government stays closed. Watch this.
Many folks are deployed right now overseas from Fort Hood or from other locations. And the last thing you want to have when you're deployed overseas is be worrying about the next paycheck and how do you take care of your family who are back wherever they live in the U.S.
Senator Moody, we are blessed to have those men and women in concert around the world for us in our military. They will stay on their jobs and hold our sovereignty and our values. They ought to get paid to do it. All of these people. And by the way, this is the percentage of the population using SNAP right now while you give us your reaction.
And this is the last thing we want them to be thinking about right now at this time in our world. I come from a military family. It is heartbreaking. The oldest boy in our family is right now in active duty. He said to me, I have over 100 people that are cold and wet and just came off a training exercise, and they have no idea if they're going to get paid. Are they going to get paid? What can I tell them? This is the longest shutdown in American history, the longest full shutdown in American history. It tells you something about the people that have been elected to the Senate that aren't paying attention to their role, their good faith role as a senator to push this government and open it back up for the people. And they can do that. We already have Democrats voting with us. We just need a few more to stand up, grow a backbone, and vote to serve their country. It is incredibly important right now. I'm the newest senator. This place is broken. We need to fix it. And I'm pleading with my colleagues. Let's open back up the government so we can serve the people.
Right.
Now, in this video here, this beautiful sister is going to talk about the illegal aliens will still get SNAP benefits while American people starve. Ain't that crazy, y'all? That's what the whole fight for, y'all. It's for these illegal migrants. So they're going to continue on to get their SNAP benefits while your family starve come Thanksgiving. Let's get into it.
Okay. On November the 1st, millions of Americans, including families right here in Chicago, will see their food stamps benefit cut off because of the Democrat-led government shutdown. No new SNAP benefits, no new deposits, no groceries, no relief. But guess who's not being cut off? The non-citizens, the illegal aliens, who are part of the Illinois State Food Assistance Program, a program Governor J.B. Pritzker and his administration expanded last year. It's supposed to be for victims of trafficking, torture, or other serious crimes, or for people who have applied or say they plan to apply for a T visa, U visa, or asylum. The key word here is supposed to, because no one is really checking. There's no public oversight showing who's actually verified.
No one's checking the data. And when Donald Trump and his administration asked all these blue states to show the data of these illegal migrants, they turned around and sued Trump to protect the illegal migrants' identity. It's crazy, right? Let's go.
Who's really a victim, or who's even filed the paperwork? They claim they will. Thousands of new arrivals can simply mark a box saying they intend to apply, and that's enough to qualify for state-funded food benefits that keep flowing, even while citizens lose theirs. So while hardworking Chicagoans, veterans, single parents, seniors are being told to tighten their belts because the Democrats in Washington won't stop their crusade to provide health care to illegal aliens, the state of Illinois is still paying out benefits to non-citizens with little to no verification. That's not compassion, that's corruption, disguised as kindness. Governor Pritzker has built a system where Illinois taxpayer foot the bill for people who aren't citizens, may not even be verified victims, while the very people who built this state are cut off from help. It's wrong, it's unfair, and it needs to be called out.
So see, now you heard that, and we're going to get into another video to back this video up, what she's talking about. That all these blue states want to sue Donald Trump administration because they want the records and the data of all the people that's on these programs. And if they're here legally,